Don't sign it.
Why not?
Well, because it's a freaky thing to do.
What do you mean?
Doesn't it make your skin crawl? Taking cells from babies and putting them in some bank. This is how we have ended up.
If this is the way to deal with the future disease of my child, I have to look after her.
A future disease? Just listen to yourself. A future disease? The future is beyond our grasp, and yet we act as if we were gods.
Or the way you look at it, we could die of pneumonia tomorrow.
There are more important things in life than health.
Oh, but then again, it's okay for you to take pills for your heart every evening.
That's quite another thing altogether. It's very different from keeping cells in the deep freezer. There was an article in the paper the other day about medicinal cloning. Do you know what this means? They create embryos for medicinal purposes. Of course, they have quite a bunch of legal issues to deal with, but what are legal issues for, if not for solving? We are this close to having children by mail order. In 5 to 10 years' time, at the most, it'll be an ordinary thing to do. I mean, when a baby is born, they take them and store them and keep them and save them and freeze them in banks for cloning and growing.
This has nothing to do with cloning. We're talking about stem cells here.
And since when have you become an expert on the subject? Are you so sure they are going to use them only for health matters?
Who are they? Is it the mad scientist in the white coat thing?
Well, even if you think you do know what you're talking about, it's quite enough.
Shut up, will you? Shut the fuck up. Making me nervous. Well, go back to your fucking paper and let me go through this before I sign it.
They are trying to convince people that this monkey business can provide for everything. That way it makes it easier for them to ask for loads of money. So just remember that all this stuff is for TV addicts like your mom.
Did I hear his voice?
He's just delivering his sermon.
He thinks we're in one of his classes. You haven't signed it yet? You must sign each page separately.
It says here that they keep them for 20 years.
Well, in 20 years' time, our little angel will have finished high school and entered a university. And there's a savings account where you can start saving money for your kid's education now. Oh, I'm going to start that account as soon as I finish with the stem cell loan. This way we can be sure our girl is going to study wherever she likes. And when the time comes, she'll have all the money necessary to do it. I don't open an account for nothing, I don't do it. For no reason at all, I'm not saving for you to be laughing. I don't do it to get a scorn. An angel has to be taken care of. An angel has to get an account. Whatever his needs we're providing to build a solid ground. I don't open an account for nothing. I don't do it for no reason at all. I'm not saving for you to be laughing. I don't do it to get a scorn.
It says here that this is for 20 years' time only. Does this mean that in 20 years' time we'll have to pay for another 20?
My thoughts exactly. So in 20 years' time, our girl will be at university. It will be right when I'll have stopped paying for her student account. Then I'll be in a position to start a new loan to pay for the stem cells to be kept for the next 20 years. And I sorted everything out with the girl who arranged the loan for me. The important thing is effective scheduling.
I don't want the name of the bank. I just need that girl's name.
They're just fooling people.
You go back to your paper.
She was an extremely nice girl, and she helped me think straight. Then she told me everything about the pension scheme they have. So I thought that once I have finished with the student account and the second stem cell loan, I'll be free to start the pension scheme for our girl. Yet she'll have to wait till she's 70 to receive any pension otherwise.
That's enough! Mother, I am ready, Mother. I'll be all right, Mother.
Don't you worry, sweetheart. In 40 years' time, I'll freeze the pension scheme and get a new loan to have the stem cells kept for another 20 years. Then I'll go back to the pension scheme for another 20... What's wrong? Are you crying? Oh, you're not going through mood swings now, are you? Oh, let's hope you won't suffer from postnatal depression, honey. Oh, it's the worst form of depression any woman can have. And the truth is, who pays any attention to the mother once the child is born? That's why new mothers suffer from depression after all, after being the center of attention for 9 months on the trot. Everyone forgets about them just like that. Come on, swallow your vitamins now. Now. Are you feeling any better? The stem cells are my present to the baby, so that she thinks of me from time to time.
I'm only going to sign to stop you from talking.
Have you read the top of page 7?
Top of... What about page 7?
Oh, nothing special. I just thought I'd mention it.
She doesn't have to read any of the pages. I've read everything myself and everything makes perfect sense. All you have to do is sign.
The cord blood unit bears no responsibility whatsoever for any failure to fulfill the agreed contract due to power cuts or other circumstances beyond the unit's control, such as strike, fire, terrorist attack, and legal amendments of any kind. Does this mean that if there is a power cut, we just lose our money?
These banks have their own generator.
Still, it can break down any time.
You go back to your paper.
Imagine there's a terrorist attack at the stem cell storage unit because they are keeping the cells of some African dictator's kid. Then your stem cells will be wasted away along with theirs. I can see the newspaper headlines. Terrorist attack at stem cell storage unit. That's why you have to be very, very careful. You shouldn't complain, however. You put in the money, and if anything goes wrong, they're all out of harm's way. Imagine there's a terrorist attack at the place they store them in. Then nobody should count on sweet lady luck. All our hopes to faint will begin.
Back to your paper.
What about power cut? What about fire? What about terrorist attack?
In these circumstances, we get compensation.
The cord blood unit's responsibility is restricted to the return of a sum equal to the total storage days only. Bottom of page 8.
How many chances are there for a terrorist attack to happen?
What about fire?
You are driving me nuts,
Come
both
on,
of
honey,
you.
just
Again.
sign
Don't
here.
sign this.
Did I hear
Don't
your voice again? Did
sign
I hear
this.
your voice
Will you
again?
shut the fuck up? Both of you. Shut the fuck up. Don't you ever fuck with my brain again.
The moment you sign, sweetheart, all of your stress will vanish into thin air. Just please, just sign it.
Well, just go to hell, will you?
Now, where are you off to?
To the bathroom.